Hello guys, my name is Nemit, and in this series of videos we will be learning mostly about how to scale databases. We would see that how these databases are scaled in large organizations. They start from a single instance of database, and as the traffic on our application grows, more of the instances are added to keep up with the load and the increased number of read and write on the database. So, firstly, we would study about what a relational database is. Then we would move towards CAP theorem, which is something fundamental to distributed systems. Then we would be scaling out databases, relational database first, and would also see some sort of code how to do it with some popular libraries. And then we would see how to scale NoSQL databases. Right? So today we will be learning about basics about relational database. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. I will be posting new videos regarding these uh, frequently. Let's get into it. So first we will be learning more about RDBMS. These are also called relational databases. Basically, in relational databases, the data is stored in form of tables. So let's say this is a table which has a column called ID, uh, another column with name, and another column let's say age. This table could have multiple columns, and let's say this table name is students because it tells us information about some students, and each row of this table would contain some data. So let's say first row contains data with name as Nimit, age as let's say 23, and a sector. Another data which is name Piyush and age 24. So and on so forth. So each database could have multiple tables, and each table could have a lot of could have data in it. So that's how relational database data is populated. So now there are some guarantees that a relational database gives us to us. Those are called ACID, and so ACID. Now what ACID gives us some transactional guarantees. By transaction, I what I mean is that transaction is a sequence of instructions that is given to a database. So let's say we insert something into our database. We write a statement to insert a row in our database. So insert into table name of our table was students, and here goes our column name and values. Let's say any value, 3, name is ABC, and whatever these are. So this is first statement, and then second statement would be let's say update set. So update students, which was our table name. Set age equal to age plus 2. This would increase age plus 2. This would increase age of each row of our table with 2. Right? So these two statements can form a transaction. So these are just some set of statements which will be executed, and these sequence of statements can be a transaction, mostly depicted by like T1. Now these transactions have a guarantee provided by the relational databases. So that is ACID. A. 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 C stands for consistency, I stands for isolation, and D stands for durability. So by atomicity we mean that this transaction T1 is this transaction T1 is considered as atomic. Either the transaction happens or it doesn't. Like there can't be a state where only statement 1 has executed and statement 2 hasn't executed in case of error or any power failure. Either or both of these statements would be executed or none of them would be executed. So atomicity is all or nothing. By consistency, we mean that your database will move from one valid state to another valid state. So by that we mean that, let's say in the second statement we had increased age of every row by 2. It wouldn't happen that the age of only top 3 rows has increased and the last rows data hasn't been changed. So there is a property with this consistency that all of the rows would be changed or no row would be changed. So this is consistency, that it would move from one valid state to another valid state. Then isolation means that if two transactions like this T1 and let there be another transaction T2 are executed in parallel, so it wouldn't affect the result. Like T1 wouldn't affect the result of T2 and T2 wouldn't affect the result of T1. Even if they were executed sequentially, it will result in the same changes to the database. So basically it is concurrency control of our database, this isolation. When executed in parallel, they are mutual, mutually exclusive. And by durability we mean that once a transaction has been committed, like the data has been saved to our database, it wouldn't roll back. Like the changes will always be reflected. There could be a case that our transaction has been committed, data has been saved, and there is a power failure in our database. So when our DB comes back up, it would have all those changes committed to it, right? So durability is once committed remains. So these are the four transactional guarantees that are given to us by relational databases. Example of relational database is relational. Examples are like MySQL, Postgres. So these relational databases are the traditional databases and are still used in many places. And these guarantees are ACID guarantees are is what make these a popular choice to be used in production. So yeah, in next video we will be learning about cap theorem, which is fundamental to distributed systems. So yeah, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.